Hi, I'm doing a card reading here, and right off the bat, I just want to say that anything that you are creating right now, or anywhere where you feel like your motivation lies and you're feeling inspired, just please let it come from a place of feeling and intuition, not from fear. But it feels highly creative right now, just like right off the bat, just like a lot of feeling that is inspiring the creative process. But sometimes like this sort of lunar energy that we're feeling can feel a bit bizarre. It can feel a little bit confusing or just heightened and potent. And when we're learning how to really tap into our feelings and use them and alchemize with them, it can be kind of a chaotic, erratic period. But I know there's so much creative energy that's just like charged up right now, and you gotta learn and utilize that energy in order to like really tap into what you want to do right now. So we're gonna see what else comes up, but like things are incredibly potent right now. So just right off the bat, just knowing that. Yeah, already the Fool crossed with the Queen of Cups. The Fool is all about that leap of faith. It's all about like taking that step forward into the unknown, and it's like that literal 0 point between the doing and the non-doing. You can see, I mean, he's represented with both feet taking that leap. It's like he's already in mid-step. In more traditional tarot, you see the 1 foot kind of taking the step off the cliff. It's still on land. The dog is biting on the Fool's leg. Here we have a tiger biting on the Fool's leg. Aleister Crowley has his own interpretation of these things, but still that period like between the alpha and the omega. So it's so much like launching energy. It's so much of that stepping forward and doing and creating, and it's just like this amazing leap of faith that has to be like, it has to be held and done with love. And with the Queen of Cups, the cups being all about emotion and channeling through feeling, it's exactly what I was just talking about, which is whatever it is that you want to create, please let it come from a place of feeling. Let it come from a place of, I mean, intuition. And it's not logical. Like, I feel like sometimes the things that we end up creating come from a place of like, well, this is the safe thing to do. This is, you know, this makes sense. This is going to be like financially whatever, you know, it's lucrative and it's logical. And this is all about like, let what you want to make come from your heart. Let it come from deep feeling and from your open spirit and your intuition. And it's like you have to take this leap. That's the takeaway here, is you have to take this leap here in order to like see the changes that you want to see, because there is this sort of hang up energy, maybe feeling a little stuck, bogged down historically, not knowing how to move forward. I mean, this can literally be a result of like financial indecision, distraction, kind of like putzing around, like twiddling your thumbs. I feel like there's this sort of like, I don't know, just being at a standstill, but acting like, oh, I'm busy, or like, oh, I'm doing this, but you're not really doing much of anything. There's a strong history of that showing here. And really like that is so like as a result of not being in touch with your feelings or with intuition. And this just calls for like the action that is needed to be taken in order to make what you want to make, and to make it sustainable and actually like successful in every sense of the word. It requires feeling. It requires vulnerability and openness and honesty through the heart, and through just like the flow, like getting into more of a flow state instead of a thinking, I don't know, a little bit neurotic of a place, where I feel like that's been like the tendency, is to like play it safe, and that's not going to serve you. That's a totally learned behavior that needs to be unlearned. in order to make what you want to make. And there is this, again, it's like, well, here's change more in your past. And this is more recently. This is like peace. The swords of the guarding of the heart, that blocked heart energy through the mind, the swords being the mind. And it's just a reminder of like, what good is it to live in that way? What good is it to stay in this blocked heart energy? It's just a safety mechanism. It's like a protective practice for keeping yourself safe. And it's a lot of stillness. Like, again, it's kind of that like putzing around, the 2 of coins, 2 of swords. It's not really amounting to anything. It just kind of keeps you in one place. And it just does not serve you. It literally doesn't serve you. And you have to be more in a place of trust in order to do what you want to do. And like trust and faith, because you really aren't going to have like an exact blueprint of what to do. Like there is no person who's going to hold your hand and say, okay, come with me, I'll show you the way. Like you have to just like trust that there's a part of you that already knows what to do, and that part of you is found through your feelings and through your intuition and through that flow state. And you just have to tap into that more and trust it and like keep trusting it in order to make everything that is light and right for you and successful. But it does require, it's like the opposite of this, that this whole like swords crossing the heart just is so old news. This putzing around energy is old news. There's no need for it anymore. It's just like a bad habit that needs to be broken. And I know we live in this culture where it's like, well, everybody kind of lives that way, or people just be living with their walls up, and we're just so used to it, and it's so common that we don't maybe think about it. But like, come on, like, let's be real. This is the very thing that's going to keep you from success in yourself, in your relationships, in everything that matters. And as you take this leap of faith, with the Fool, with the Queen of Cups crossing the Fool, you know who comes along is the Queen of Discs. The Queen is the feminine energy, but it's like this amazing balance of masculine and feminine. And with the discs, it's the more tangible side of things. So it is work, it is money, it is resources and root chakra and everything tangible and grounding, while still being tapped into the feminine. So it's not a harsh energy. It's really quite soft and nourishing and loving and successful. Like she's still got that boss energy going on. And it really just feels like it's a result of the openness of spirit. And again, there is this tendency to like, oh, we play it safe. If we're not feeling safe, we play it safe. And so we kind of do the work that is guaranteed to like make so much money, or we're gonna have like, I don't know, it's just like this kind of like very traditional mindset of like, you just do your 9 to 5, play it safe, and you'll survive. And like, yeah, of course we want to survive, but we don't want to just survive, we want to thrive. And that's where like, you want to thrive. I mean that, yeah, having your resources stable is important. And that comes because you're tapped into spirit. You're tapped into your open heart. And that is just like, that is the key here. That is the takeaway, is your openness of spirit is what's going to lead to everything truly successful and aligned and healthy. And it's just a lot of yes energy. It's like when you take that leap of faith, it's a yes. If you're like, oh, do I do this? Should I do this? Yes. Like literally you just do it. You can't afford not to. This is the part of you that says, oh, should I do it? Oh, I'm safe over here. Oh, I'll just do, I'll putzing around hasn't killed me yet. It's like, yeah, okay, good for you. Stay safe, I guess. Nobody's gonna read the story about the person who played it safe. This is all about that leap, literally. That you just have to like do the things that scare you, because such greater things come out on the other side. Queen of Discs. There is this call for release. There is this need to let go. We do have the Nine of Swords here, which feels like, honestly, I know I'm being kind of harsh here with the putzing around, but I know there's wounds that didn't just come overnight. And it's like mindsets and tendencies and coping mechanisms that they're not there for no reason. Like, even the things that keep us walled up and disconnected or numb, we learn to do those things as a result of like not having the emotional intelligence or maybe the resources to like ask for help or to, you know, find the support that we needed in a time, especially maybe when you're younger, where you needed more help emotionally. So like, if you find that you're still living in these like old patterns as an adult or like later in the years, like, it's understandable that these patterns haven't just disappeared. Even when you're doing the good healing work, like, there's still a tendency for old patterns to show up. And I think that's just sort of like the nature of healing. It's the nature of the nervous system. It's the nature of just like being a human being, learning to rewire. And I feel like there is just more work to do in this way. There is a more conscious rewiring, and it's not something that's just gonna like get up and disappear. Doesn't matter where you go, doesn't matter what you do. If you really want to like release these old patterns, release old attachments that really don't serve you, there is going to be like a conscious need to just like tap into yourself in a way where you can release these patterns more consciously and like actually let them go fully, not just kind of evade them for a little while and then watch them come back. And it's not a shaming of how you show up. This is just sort of anything that's not light and right for you. I feel like it just takes a little time, longer than maybe we think it should take for it to be released. I just feel like there's old patterns that gotta go, and they're just gonna take a little bit of time to be on their way. But ultimately, I feel like part of that rewiring is this whole like leap of faith through the Fool. It is this like amazing step into the unknown, trusting through feeling, through intuition of the Queen, and just no more shenanigans, no more putzing around, no more like ho hum. It's just like no. Make room for everything. Just like feelings are intelligent, and you can trust them to help you to move in the right direction. And when you learn to trust your feelings more, like, it just is better than you can even imagine. So like, through resources, through your own sense of self, through grounding, through just being in alignment, like, it just feels really good. You're moving out of some heaviness into something healthier. And it involves work. It's not just like sitting around like, okay, I did it and I'm good. It's like, no, like, there is a work that's coming, like more work, more effort, but it being like good and healthy. So anything else here? Yeah, it really is just like a trusting in your feelings. Just see. Oh man, yeah. Well, the Star, continual ultimate healing. It's like this, after all the major upheaval, releasing, the shedding. It's like the ego needs to die. All these like transformations are inevitable and need to happen, and it's just going to lead to like the most graceful, abundant healing possible, literally. And at the bottom here we have happiness, the 9 of Cups, which is that like emotional fulfillment, connection through self, through family, through loved ones, and like it's a wish fulfillment card. So if you feel like your heart, you know, has a wish, if you're feeling like, oh, I really want to create this, it's like, yes, there's layers to creating the life of your dreams, but this is very indicative and supportive of like, take the step, take the leap, and let that leap come from your heart and not from a place of fear. You're not running away, you're moving towards what feels incredibly light and right for you. So I feel like you're really in a very important in-between phase right now. And you have to trust. You have to trust that the sense of in-betweenness, yes, it's leading you into a place of action, and the putzing around is done. Like it's just like such old news, and it's such a learned behavior that really does not serve you. It just doesn't serve you. And it's interesting because like this action oriented energy still feels incredibly feminine, and it's like empowered, but it's still soft, and it's like leading from your heart rather than from, I don't know, like something more like logical or through the root. It's just more energetic, it's more feeling, and that's where your power lies right now. And it just is going to lead to bigger and better things. And like, yeah, the shadow work is there. And I feel like that's just like life just be like that sometimes. There's just more subconscious wounds to tap into. And I feel like as you continue to open your heart, you're not going to be afraid of doing that work. And you really don't have to do it alone. There is sort of this tendency to be very contained, and healing is done together. There are things that we have to go within for a while, but like really true healing is done with community. So, and I am always happy to help. I am here to help through readings, through any way that I can be of support. I am here. But if you ever want to go deeper into your reading, I do private readings online. Just reach out to me if you ever have any questions or are interested in reading. I also do astrology readings, private yoga, all the good things. So my name is Claire, and thank you for watching this reading. Please reach out if you have any questions. I'm happy to help.